What'd you say about Lucky Charms?
I call them Yucky Charms.
Jordan.
What? Lucky Charms are great.
Nah, Lucky Charms are like just like a fucking. It's a bowl of candy. Like that's not breakfast. These are marshmallow pieces.
Wow.
But they're good marshmallow pieces.
No, they're not. They're fucking. They feel like they've been in a claw machine for fucking 3 years.
They're like freeze dried. They're great.
They're
crunchy.
terrible. You could pack a shipping container with those things, and your PlayStation would arrive.
Well, you'd be lucky.
Safe and comfortable.
And then you'd be eating them by the handful after you hooked up your PS4.
Ship Andrew straight to heaven.
Hey, Jordan, you just become the bad guy in a Reese's Puff commercial, right? Where they're like,
No, Reese's Puffs are delightful.
Nah, Reese's Puffs are overhyped. That shit's fucking whack.
Those are
They're
good.
nothing
So
like
Reese's Puffs are
Reese's
overhyped,
Puff.
but Lucky Charms are the shit.
Charms are fine. They're not my favorite. I'm just saying they're good. They're
antique licorice loving mouth back to the fucking frontier.
Oh, see, you bring up licorice to try to discount my professional cereal opinion.
Anytime you have an opinion about food, I can be like, yeah, but you love anise as a treat.
There's no black licorice cereal that I'm out there
But if
eating.
there was, you'd be out there on your penny farthing bicycle, mustache 10 miles
You would
wide,
be paying $15 a box for the specialty black licorice cereal.
riding a tightrope across Snake Canyon, eating the cereal.
Just to get a bowl. Did you guys know that Lucky Charms are not kosher? Or at least they weren't when I was a kid, and I couldn't eat
they're
them.
full of ham.
Yeah.
Fish
Packed
gelatin.
with ham. They're packed with ham.
I don't know. I think
and
the
fucking
marshmallows, not kosher.
shellfish.
Yeah.
Those things are like 80% fucking clams.
guys, we're gonna be stuck here forever. We don't have Rachel to cut us off. From
Oh boy, Rachel won't pull us out of it.
Filter Puffs. Welcome everybody to Better Than Heroes, the
Filter
show
Puffs.
where
Cereal chat.
3, 4, or more comedians play Dungeons and Dragons with Harlan Kelly. Hi everybody, welcome to Better Than Heroes. We're a bunch of comedians. We play Spelljammer 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons with our incredible Dungeon Master Harlan Kelly. Thank you to everybody who helps make this show possible, all of our patrons and our Twitch subscribers, everybody who gives us $1 on any of our platforms, anybody who shares any of our content, anybody who tells their friends about our show, anybody who just listens and doesn't do anything, just enjoys our content, listens to our stuff or watches us. Thank you.
You're our friend. That's what it takes. $1.
I just want you to know, if you've been whispering it into the trees, they've been telling me. So thank you.
Whisper it into the trees, run out into the woods.
They are the Harlan. They speak with the trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. My name's Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
My name's... Oh, no, you go ahead, Jordan. Let's switch it up.
No, it's you. You're next. It goes Rachel.
Right.
My name's Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy, a level 15 Moonboy.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Oh, this is like a test now to see who can live to be level 20.
There is no level 20.
And I play Flute, a.k.a. the Windrider, a level 14 Bard, level
15.
1 Warlock.
That's right. My bad.
Oh, it's only one level of Warlock?
See what I did there?
I thought it was 3.
No, 1, baby.
Oh, wow, I've been lying in the
Warlock
YouTube
bullshit.
descriptions for years.
Whoa.
Mind blowing.
Not just about that.
I just wanted
The
the
YouTube
YouTube descriptions, to
descriptions.
be honest.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I'm the. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped. Yeah, no, you go.
Nope. I already
Aaron
went.
went
I
first.
started.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. We're all
Rachel,
fucked
help
up. Rachel,
us.
help us.
Save us.
Where are you?
That's Harlan Kelly, and they're our Dungeon Master. They play everybody else.
Wow. Hell yeah.
They play the villains. They play our friends. They play all the penguins and the oozes.
all the elementals
and the
you can
oozes.
stuff into a hat.
And we're gonna play some 5e Spelljammer DnD. But first,
Oh, damn, you
I
set
will bring
yourself up to to do
I know,
it. The
it's
worst
weird
thing
to
you
do,
can do.
but here we go. Pretend I'm on the God mic. But first, last week's recap. Previously on Better Than Heroes, with the Elder Brain dead, the crew were whisked away from the briny hell of the Psychropolis by Leloon's teleportation spell. They appeared in a cozy autumnal grove of trees, the grove of the ever-glowing sky within the Feywild. Too wounded and exhausted to deal with what they had just been through, they set watches and the party set in for a much-needed rest, cuddled by autumnal Feywild sprites. When they rose from their rest, they found that they had been lifted up into the air by the trees that surrounded them, and that Oxtrillion was gone. The rider crawled through Flute's skin, desperately demanding for Oxtrillion to be brought to the Cove of Bones. Moongirl revealed that she wanted Oxtrillion to remain in the Feywild. As they talked, the trees began shifting, undulating, trying to engulf the crew. What the fuck, trees? Why does everyone want the fire elf so badly? Just because he's a god-tier pyromaniac who can set fires that burn for eternity? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Ooh.
To a dentist who has, I'm going to call it bad gum sense. Like, they seem to really understand teeth, but while they're doing it, they'll like lean a pointy elbow on your gums and be like, so what's going on with you? You're like,
They don't take
Forgot
no gum
about the
sense.
moon, man. Fuck. How could I forget about that?
Forget about the moon, man.
I've had a lot going on.
Well, do you want to get into it? Do you want to get into
Yeah, I
some
do.
moon stuff?
Are we here?
Yeah, we're back.
We forgot
Oh.
to mention.
Playing?
I didn't mention in the recap that we talked to the moon, and the moon was upset.
Moonboy had a chilling encounter with a bummed out moon.
Bummed out, angry moon.
With a goth moon.
Emo.
Well, do you want...
E-moon.
I would say, this is my question for you, Aaron. Do you want to jump into Moon Zone, or do you need a second? I can do
Do
either
I
way.
want to jump into it?
Into Moon Zone. yeah.
Where'd we leave it last time? Last time we where did we leave it? We
Last
were getting
time, so the moon is struggling right now.
we were getting swallowed by a tree.
Well, so we left it in two. There are two places we can start here. The crew, besides the Moonboy, are getting swallowed by a tree, and the Moonboy is off in his own knothole, talking to the moon with his head in his hat.
Right.
Autumnal sprites.
We can
Autumnal sprite,
pick
I
up.
think, is my favorite limited edition sprite.
So good.
Yes.
So
Pumpkin schmaltz latte. Love it.
yeah, it's up to you.
I don't think it is up to me, man.
Well, no, it is.
Neutral man?
I would say it is because if you want to go into Moon Zone right now, we can do Moon Zone right now. But I don't want to force you right out of the gates in the Moon Zone if you don't want to be.
I love the phrase moon zone. But
All
I'm
right,
ready
cool.
for
Let's take
We're
it to the
going
Moon Zone.
Here we go.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So, Aaron, the last
I'm upset.
the last we left here, exactly. The moon is pissed at Moonboy specifically because the tether between the hat and the Moonboy has always been that where the moon feels that wherever Cyril Ethic is where Lunastera is, and so has been sending this path of lunar creatures through this safe place. But the moon no longer thinks the world is safe that Moonboy is in, and so is feeling some doubt about the fact that Lunastera is even going to be able to exist, and is considering just merging itself with the Dark Star in order to be able to go out on its own terms and negotiate some remembrance of Lunastera. And so that's a lot to leave you with, but I fully trust your judgment.
Why wasn't that in the recap?
Because I didn't respond to your prompt.
All of that.
Yeah, so I think the Moonboy is kind of just floating there in front of this big black hole moon, taking all of this in.
Taking a tongue lashing.
I mean, is he? Has the moon said this to the Moonboy in so many words?
No, not really. Not really. It was more. The moon was more sort of upset last time. But
and I think he wants to know. He's like,
slightly.
He's like, what's wrong? The moon, where have you been? I was only trying to do what I thought you would want me to do. What was in my little moonish heart?
Do you not see that you are all that remains of Lunastera? You are all that is left. It was not destroyed because you remain. But perhaps it would be better if we had been spun away entirely.
I think
there was no connection at all.
He kind of looks down and he's like, it's almost like he's about to agree for a second. And he's like, perhaps. No. If I am Lunastera, then I'm here to tell you, the moon, that what I want is what Lunastera also wants. And Lunastera would fight. It would not give up. It would not allow this force that spun away our civilization and so many like it to win once again, to continue its path to ruin. It would stand in the way and say no more. And if you are ready to give up, then I say, give me the fate of Lunastera, for I will keep the moon torch burning. And I will not take this as blame or shame, but I will take this as a final chance, and I will bid you come with me. And all of those little moon critters that gave their lives through my summonings, it wasn't me being selfish. It was you and all of them acting through me. For if I am the last of Lunastera, then this is their will as well. Bitch. He doesn't say that last part.
Would that it were so. Make a check of some kind, I think. But I'm rooting for you, Moonboy.
You have protected and guided me, the moon. Goad, you have goad me, the moon. Now, let me protect you and guide you. Simply believe in me.
Don't you see, Moonboy? You've protected me and guided me all along.
I think it's goad.
I'm in your hat, after all.
Well, stay here. Don't go anywhere. I have one last question to ask of you before I leave the moon. Not last question, I'll come back. You'll still be here.
Yes. Go for it.
What is it? Woe or...
Wheel or woe?
Wheel or woe.
Wheel or woe.
Let's do it. It's been so long. Maybe it'll... I think I've been depressed, Moonboy. Sorry it's
okay.
such a mess in here.
It's all right. I understand. I don't know where you went, but I'm glad that you're back.
It was so full of critters in here. So filled with their droppings, Moonboy, it was.
And
So
you can keep sending them. For those critters, you know, it might not all be peaches and asteroids on this side of the hat, but at least it's something to fight for. You're not sending them into the meat grinder. You're giving them one last chance.
They're all dead.
Yeah, and a meat grinder for sure.
Well, technically they're elementals, so they sort of just puff into magic, but
Yeah,
you're
it's
giving them a
NBD,
chance.
really.
Real
You're
quick
giving
side
them a
note,
chance.
with just me and you for a second, Aaron. The
Yes.
Bartholomew, very important in the moon lunar creature organizing, has not returned since you've sent him out of the hat. So just throwing that out there for you.
Have you seen Bartholomew?
Yes.
Went out in kind of a lunar megazord type situation.
Yes. He
Yes.
came with us to the Psychropolis, and he faced many a mind flayer, and he bought
Did he
us
fall in battle?
enough time to kill the
Did he
Elder
fall in
Brain.
battle? Or
I'm trying to build up to it. I'm doing a whole thing.
sorry, I just need to know for his union paperwork.
Yes, he did.
It's really
he fell
important.
in battle.
Okay, good.
He fell in battle.
No, not good, but from a paperwork standpoint,
all of-
it's good.
like all of
Please
the
continue.
others that he had sent before him. And he would have you believe that it was all for naught, but I'm here to tell you that it was not for naught. It was for naught. They weren't being sent to die, they were being sent to fight. And they did. And they were the bravest among us. Now, for my final question. Not final, but final for now, so we can get on to
Now.
the rest of the session.
I hear you.
Right. Bringing Oxtrillion to this place, weal or woe.
Oof.
Wait, define what the place
Whoa.
is.
The Feywild.
Okay.
Like, having brought him... Hang on. I have to... let me place you on a brief hold, Moonboy.
Hang on, can I rephrase that? Leaving Oxtrillion in this
There we
place.
go.
weal or
There we
woe.
go. That's good.
Nice,
Yeah,
very
yeah, that's
good.
nice. Hell yeah.
Better. I waited to finish putting in the flame.
Jordan, I just want you to
So
know that
close.
I've played games with people who have done this since, and I cannot tell you how much I'm like, oh, sorry, I got this down to a goddamn science. You're gonna have to rephrase that question differently. I'm like immediately cut in with oh man, it's my most actually, where I'm like, you need to say it different, or else you're gonna be
Yeah.
in trouble. So, are you cutting over to me, Aaron, to ask me the wheel or woe here?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna have to explain some stuff to Aaron real quick. So if you could kick off your headphones, Moonboy, I think
Sick.
this is just like
Yeah,
a fun.
take them off.
Yep.
I've been waiting so
Should I take
long.
mine off?
Yeah, I trust you, Andrew. Don't fucking be a rat, you know. And
Wow.
so
Be a fucking rat.
Aaron will also take off his headphones. I am only the moon.
so I'll tell you why. Actually, you know what, Andrew? Sorry, take your headphones off. You're right. You were right.
Good. I can't trust
Fuck out
myself.
of here.
I'm a fucking rat.
Sorry, I said it like that. Hold on, let me get just me and you up. Hold on, just a tiny second here. Doo-doo-doo. Where did it go? Okay, I'll be the moon boy. You be the moon. Here's the piece of information that you know that I will let you decide. You can only give him weal or woe, and I'll let you decide what you want to give him. It is worse to take him to the hell dimension, because that would free a cataclysmically powerful devil. But
For
it's
him to go to hell.
yeah, for Australian to go to hell. But
But
it will do damage to this dimension, this part of the Feywild, if you allow him to be imprisoned here. And so, I'm gonna cut over to Flute scene, and I want you to listen to Flute scene, and then you decide what you want to do after that. Okay?
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Somebody else. I think it was our Duster in our one of our Patreon games. Andrew, where somebody else did the symbol for like put your headphones back on, and I was like, I love it. Get Jordan. Come on.
Jordan, there needs to be a better
He's tabbed
symbol.
out. He's
'cause
tabbed
it's
out.
definitely-
He's tabbed the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's fucking tabbed.
It doesn't.
out.
We're cutting over to the Flute anyway. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. So,
Guys,
Flute, where we left you?
Can I try to cartwheel out of this tree?
No. For just in the name of the narrative,
Cool game, dude.
just in the name of the narrative stuff that I prepared since the last session. That's the only reason. So,
I'm just kidding.
I know. You notice too that Olaphanticulus and Moon Girl both they did not even to be sinking at the same time that you were, and the roots seem to pull you down. Like you got sucked into this, but Klik and K.A.I were able to resist it. Moonboy's nowhere to be seen, and you're the only one who gets pulled down into the center of this tree, and you're in this dark, damp, moldy.
Did I exit the moon zone?
Musty. Yes. No, not yet. Actually, not yet. Aaron, if you want to message him and explain it, but you can put your headphones back on.
They're back on. Hello.
Great.
I mean, we'll roleplay that, right?
Yeah. But we just cut over to the Flute scene. So you're inside of this musty, damp world here, Flute, and it's clearly the interior of a tree.
It's a musty damp
and there's
world.
some bioluminescence just lighting up the inside of this tree in this soft green light. And you're sucked in, and you feel the restraint of the wood. It's like thick quicksand. It's pulling you in. The tree almost opens itself up and swallows you, but you're inside of this wooden throat almost for a second, and then you're spit out into this hollow interior. And I'd love to know what you're doing as you're just plopped down inside of this. You seem to be separated from everyone else. You're alone inside of this tree. What's your first immediate reaction?
Can I breathe in here? Is it how much space, just so I can properly visualize it? Are these trees bigger than redwoods or what?
Yeah, I would say they're very huge. You can stand up straight, but your breathing question, I would love for you to do a perception check first. Never have I ever done a do you breathe here check, but
I like to that if I roll poorly, I guess I can breathe here, and I just pass out. Yep, I can breathe here. Oh God.
All good.
Oh God. I got a 9.
cool. You don't notice anything in the air at all, and you take a big breath, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Cool. You choke out some spores. There's a thick spore haze in the air around you as this green bioluminescence lights up the interior of this tree, and you don't hear or see anything. You're just inside of this tree trunk.
Is it totally dark in here?
No, there's a green bioluminescence.
Oh, right.
That has been aforementioned.
Yeah, I'm kind of banging on the wood, let me out! Hi, let me out! Kind of trying to see if I can hit the wall or anything, and I'm looking around. Am I alone in here?
As you're banging on the wall, you feel something soft grab your shoulder.
I'll draw my sword and whirl around.
You see this musty, dripping form in front of you.
Musty, dripping form?
Yeah, that's all I'm giving. I mean, in the swing around, you have your sword out. That's what you got. So, do you want to attack or do you want to try and like talk to this thing?
It's just like standing there. I will.
It's musty because you can, as you flip around, you immediately tell that the spores are coming from this creature, and it's dripping because it has this like sap coming. It like seems to be just like covered in this sticky liquid and emitting spores at the same time.
Yeah, I'll point the sword at it and say, "Let me out of here now."
It looks at you and says, and blows another puff of spores at you.
I hold my breath and kind of shield my face, and then I'm going to make an attack with my rapier.
Cool. Roll that attack roll.
Great. And I'm using my defensive flourish, so that will be a... Man, these dice. I keep switching the dice. Truly does not matter. I got a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
So it's going to take... max damage plus my defensive flourish. That's pretty good. It's going to take 18 points of slashing damage, and my AC is raised to 21 until my next turn.
Great. Amazing. It falls over on the ground. As your rapier just like stabs into it, and then rapiers usually don't slice, but this thing, you stab into it and kind of like flourish away, and it just like tears off this huge chunk of it, and it looks around and it's like, and it's like writhing in pain clearly, and just like emitting all of these spores. And with that, it's gonna flee from you. It's gonna take the disengage action and flee from you. And then I need you to make a dexterity check as you see roots just like grow out of the wall and start like just spouting towards you.
Could that be an acrobatics check?
No, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 13.
You're slammed against the
Going back
wall,
into
and you are
dice
grappled as all of these roots just wrap themselves around you and hold you to the wall. And you can just see this lumbering, oozing figure wobble away from you as it's clearly very wounded. And you see this, what looks like a seed pod almost, come dangling down from the ceiling. And it has this elven face to it, with like long wooden ears that seem to be glowing themselves. And it has eye sockets with like bugs just walking around in them, like ants crawling around, but it is clearly this elven face as the seed pod just hangs down by this sappy thread and looks at you, and it goes, "Ooh, attacked my child."
I'm like struggling in the vines, like, I said to let me go.
And it said welcome, but you rudely denied it.
Well, sorry, I don't speak tree snot.
You did not even accept the spores into your mind. How could it speak to you, you insolent
blowing the
flesh-born
spores
primate?
I don't want any spores. I want to go back to my friends.
Well, I pulled you down here as an invite into my home, one of my most vulnerable chasms, and you meet me with
that's not
violence.
the way invites work. That's the way kidnappings work.
And you just see this seed, that's like seed dangling from this like mucus strand almost, just like wriggle and be like, insolent, one-bodied creatures. She says, your two compatriots are floundering around resisting my thralls when I'm trying to give you a private space to talk outside of your captor's home.
What do you mean, captors? Home, we were brought there by the Moon Girl.
The two cisterns, yes. Have they not overpowered you and brought you here like your fellow compatriots, which I was asked to isolate?
Who? What? Two sisters? No, it was...
Cisterns.
Oh, cisterns or sisters?
Cisterns. It says that, like the tree, like correcting you.
Okay, sorry.
Who told you to... Are you talking about Australian? You were told to take him away?
Yes, the ever-burning fire.
Right. Who told you to take him away?
Me, to myself. He was invited here, and thus I must isolate him.
Right, well, we need him back. He's our friend, and we have some unfinished business to take care of.
Oh, yes. Humans and their unfinished business. Your wives quickly zapping away in front of you, and so you twiddle about so urgently as if you're not bashing your heads up against the walls of every other living creature about. Yes. It says, kind of like thinking quickly. And it's like, do you know how many living beings I am responsible for? 1,625.
Well, sounds like you're wasting your time talking to me then.
No, I'm not. I cordially invited you into my home because you seem to be eternally tied to this eternally destructive being. So I am asking you why you wish to compartmentalize yourself in your story with someone that could disrupt the balance of the universe.
Australian could disrupt the balance of the universe?
Well, not universe, more like interplanar politics, but this is easier.
Right, but... Well... We're going to bring him right back. We just have a bit more to do with him, that's all. Look, I promised someone they could meet him and then we would bring him right back home.
I am a tree, so I have no time for your...
Got you there.
I have no time for your human fantasies. What I must know is, are you going to take this ever-burning creature to the unmeltable ice? Yes or no?
No. We're just taking him to meet someone and then we'll bring him right back.
Damn it. I can't do it. She looks up and you see like a couple of ants are like walking down her face and it looks like tears coming down the floating head of this like wooden elven seed that is hanging from this mucus strand. But the ants are kind of like, they go down as tears and then they like walk out to the front of her nose so that the eyes can see her, which are made of other ants. And like they're like, it seems like the ants are like lecturing her own face. And she says, "Yeah, I don't care. I could just kill him and it would be easier." "No, not him. Him. Yes, also him. But it would be
which him?"
She says, "Butt out." And she says, "Well, it would be easier. You are correct. But okay. You're right. I do owe a debt." The ants crawl back into her own eyes. And she says, "Listen, don't you think that..." No, I'm not even going to do it like that. I'm going to treat you as an equal. If you take the ever-burning creature to the hell portal that you want to take him to, then he will melt a forever encaged Prince of Hell And then that Prince of Hell will enact his revenge in a way that will disrupt the balance of mortal planes. You don't want that, correct?
Right, but just backing up a bit, you seem to know a lot about the specifics of my business.
Yes, you talked about it very openly outside of my body, which I have listened to all of the time. Yes.
Fair. That one is on me.
Yeah.
Right, well, we just need to go. We just need to go there so he can meet someone, have a chat, and we'll bring him right home.
So you feel confident that you could defeat the powers of an archdevil, a prince of hell, who has been imprisoned for eternity and has found the key to his freedom from that imprisonment. You feel that you could stand between that imprisoned power and the key, even if you dangled that key in front of him just for a little bit. You feel confident about that.
Right, well,
I kind of pause, knowing that the writer is also privy to this conversation, or at least I think he is.
You see this like bioluminescent spark, and that looks like a wave of a hand, and she says, "He cannot hear you inside of my crevasse."
Can I do an insight roll on a
Yes,
claim
absolutely.
like that? Great. Oh, thanks, new dice. The critical fail.
God, new dice.
God damn it.
You know,
All my dice are
mean,
shit.
I gotta say, it might not be the dice. At this point. You know, they say if you meet 3 assholes in a day, maybe you're the asshole kind of thing.
I guess it's a problem with my hand. I guess I'll just have to chop off my hand.
No.
Probably be
That's-
best.
Hey, listen, that's old murder cabin talk.
That's old D&D. Old school D&D.
That's how you get your brain eaten in a Mind Flayer dungeon.
Yes.
RIP.
All right. Well, I got a critical fail, so I'll take her at her word, I guess.
I would actually say you, as a player, are unsure. I'm not going to tell you whether Flute feels like she is wrong or if she is right. You do not know if the writer is listening. So you can either operate as if you think that she knows better, or you can operate as if like he's always listening, and that's what you have to operate at. But I'm specifically not giving you any indication because I think it's important to just be like, nope, you just don't know, right?
Yeah. I don't know anything about this tree creature. Flute has never encountered inner tree being. And so all of this pretty new to him, and I think he's going to be a bit cagey. Like,
Honestly, I'd rather not discuss my business with a tree, but if I tell you that I'll bring him back, then I'll bring him back. But you don't believe me?
She looks into the darkness and has a notable pause. And she says, "What do you know about the cisterns?"
Admittedly, not much.
Moon Girl and I have had dealings. Laloon. I do not know which name you call her. You call her both. But
We used to date. It was weird.
refresh my player memory. Is Laloon one of the cisterns?
yes,
The
absolutely.
loon is the moon girl.
Right. Oh, no, I knew that. But then who is the other cistern?
Jordan
Florian?
Dahl plays the Moon Boy.
Thank you.
There are 4 cisterns. They are Laloon, Oliphanticulus, Florial, and I would say you know the other one's name, but they're not alive. And you I'll let you roll another insight check here because this is a different moment, a different thing.
Third set of dice of the night, baby. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's add her up.
Right, not so bad.
That could be worse. 23.
Ooh, all
Not
right.
so bad.
All
Not
right.
so bad.
Not so bad. On the 23, you can tell that the reason she did not pull Ulf, Anticulus, and Laloon down here is because she is trying to talk to you alone. She kind of like made the joke out of the gates, like, oh, you were the captive, because she knows that Laloon and Ulf, Anticulus are very powerful. And she, from her eavesdropping, has noticed that you all, like Laloon referred to you all as like in charge a little bit. So she's trying to get a read of you and seems to be trying to like pass you information about them.
Oh, okay. So good vibes, better vibes. All right.
She's really pulled you aside. Like she's pulled you aside. That's what her ingesting
Literally.
you. Yeah.
Very literally.
Yeah. Literally pulled me aside.
You're in the inner ring, literally. Yeah.
I'll kind of shrug where I'm held aloft by these roots, and I'm like,
I don't know much about them, but I suppose I have a bit of questions after where we just came from. We saw a vision of portals, floreal portals. It seems they were letting these mind flayers go out into the world, snatch people, eat their brains. That wasn't something we were really made aware of before we went.
Yeah, the
What
cisterns.
do you know about the cisterns?
As much. They used to come visit me often, and now they don't much anymore because one of them's dead and the others have disbanded. And she's like,
Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot. What's your name anyway?
what's your deal, kid?
my name is Helix. This
Helix?
is my grove. Helix.
Helix, right.
Yes. Helix Lemus Termarak. I am a tree older than maybe humans themselves. I don't know, time is hard for me to communicate with or measure. But I am a spirit of a fey entity that has... Some die and merge themselves with the world, and some stay living, and I have held on to this body and held on to this tree for many, many generations of elves, which I believe is, and the wooden eyes that are full of like bugs widen, and you can just see this like swirl of different insects inside of her eyes. She's like, I've been here a very long time.
Right. I can see that.
And I worry now because these cisterns, I feel, have disrupted. Because they were so powerful, they have disrupted. And I do not leave my grove, so I do not meddle, but I believe they have meddled, and I worry.
Right. It does seem like we have some questions we need them to answer. They seemed helpful enough, but this Mind Flayer portal business is a bit of a nasty surprise. Backing up a bit to what you were talking about with Auxtrillion, the flaming one. So, if he were to be delivered to hell, and he did melt that lake of ice, I've seen it visions, and free that fiend, you think that kind of trouble would boil over here to Arpline?
Yes. I think that anytime hell is unraveled in any way, there are consequences. As above, so below. As below, so above.
Right.
Round and round, she says.
Well, I suppose we just have to hope that doesn't happen then, don't we?
And one of the ants starts walking out onto her nose again. And she's like, I know. I feel very confident, Flute Whimteaser. If you send that being into that portal and you let him walk into hell, that all of reality that you know will be disrupted, which is maybe good. Who am I to say? I'm just an ancient tree that lives outside of time. What do I know about mortal lives?
Oh boy,
Right.
here we go.
Disrupted is better than destroyed, right?
I will agree with you there. Disrupted is better than destroyed. It seems like you all are trying to maybe stop some destruction happening, yes? Her
Yes,
bug-like eyebrows raise. Like there is like a line of bugs that just like walk
where
up
we
her
just-
wooden face.
That's where we just came from. We just killed the Elder Brain to try to intimidate the Undying Queen from destroying this whole wild space.
Yes, meddling
Yeah.
with the fabric of reality. You must be chums with these sisters, yes.
Right.
We killed the Elder Brain. Put some respect on it.
You don't think we can kill an old tree?
Stinky old bug tree. So we're not here.
Well, you're so old and wise. How would you get out of a contract with a fiend that you didn't want to be in a contract with? If the only way you could get out of the contract was to deliver this fey creature.
The only reason I know, in my experience, for people to enter into contracts with infernal beings is because they have something that they want so bad that they will do anything to get it. So,
Right, like life?
Yeah, the hundreds of bugs in her eyes kind of like pause for a second, which is her focusing. And she says, yes, like your life. She says, it will hold no power over you if you are not alive.
Well, of course. Yes, that's very helpful.
Life hack.
That's
Kill
very
yourself.
helpful. Yeah. Yes, right. I suppose I'd hope for a bit more ancient wisdom than that.
Didn't let me
Well,
tell
what
you-
should we do with these
Actually,
sis?
roll persuasion is charisma, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Roll persuasion. I want to see how much this tree likes you.
Oh shit.
Just killed its little harbinger dude. 13.
13.
No, 11.
What did you roll?
11?
Going.
What?
Did you roll a 2? I feel like your
On
persuasion is very
performance?
high.
No, it was persuasion, not performance.
Oh.
Right?
Well,
Or did you say performance?
I said
mind.
persuasion. Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, performance is way
You're not
Disregard
singing
the
her a
high
song. If you were singing her a song,
Disregard the
it'd be
high
different.
tone of
Way
my voice.
better.
Auto tune it down.
Yeah, I got an
11.
11.
She's like, eternity is flecked with plenty of mortal lives. if you had to choose between unbalancing the cosmos or blipping out, I would choose blipping out, the stressed out tree says. But then again, if I blipped out, it would be...
Right. Over 1,000 lives also lost.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. My...
Well, I have my friends to take care of, all 3 of them.
No, I'm not saying she shoos the bugs away, and there's now with nothing but a head shake. She's like, leave us, and like hundreds of bugs just go crawling back up this mucus strip, and she's like, this now hollow seed skull looks at you and says,
I love it.
I'm not saying your life doesn't matter. I'm just saying you should know.
Trying very hard not to say that.
I'm not saying your life doesn't matter. I'm just saying it would be better if you were dead.
I'm just saying you should allow your life to matter in a way that isn't desperately clinging to continuing it.
Oh, shit.
Do you want to go back to your friends?
Yes, I suppose I'd better.
And you see this like tunnel open up that looks like a knot hole.
I'll pause. I'll be like, wait. I have one last question. Do you think my friends and I should be trusting the cisterns and letting them come with us the way we have? I mean, a cistern made K.A.I, my friend. K.A.I's the best person I've known. He's not even a person.
I will tell you these 2 things. One is that they truly want the world to be better. And the other is that they love each other more than they love anything else in this world. And one of them is dead because of that. So, she says,
Right.
I am not good at translating mortal values into actionable life guidance, but those are things I know.
Right. And the last question before you send me back up. Is this Australian's home? That fiery fae? Is this his actual home?
He is currently eating away many children of mine trying to get out of his enclosure. So I would say that his current situation is not, but the Feywild is. And if you take him to the summer court, he will be welcomed as the powerful leader that he is.
The summer court? In the Feywild? But so we're not in the Feywild right now?
No, you are in the Feywild. There's just many parts of it,
Right. So how would we get to this summer court?
I can send you straight there if you would like, but it might mean the destruction of me, which I will be happy to do if it is time.
Is there another way? I can teleport. Can you show me the runes to teleport there?
People cannot enter or leave my grove without my permission. And people cannot enter or leave the summer court without the door to it being opened for them. And so if I open that door, I open the door to the Summer Court entering my grove. And they do not like me and will not sustain me.
Why don't they like you?
Because I love to make sure they know they will fall. And as she says that,
Right.
autumn leaves fall down from inside of the tree.
But you still think it's a good idea for Australian to go there with all of his power?
No,
Wouldn't
I
that put
don't
him at
think
odds?
it's a good idea at all. I'm just saying if I had to choose between you taking him there and you taking him to hell, I would allow my own destruction too, rather than him going to hell.
Right. Well, maybe the Moon Girl can take us to the Summer Court.
She can. But it will,
She can?
it will open the door as much as anything else, but she can.
All right then. Thanks, Helix. You were surprisingly all right for a kidnapping tree.
You just misinterpreted my invite, but that's, I understand.
Right. Well, maybe next time draw it in the dirt with a root.
Sure, I'll lay out a pathway in rose petals for you as well. I'll grow them.
Right. Truly
tell
not a
you
bad
what-
idea. Truly not a bad idea, Helix.
Please get
probably
the
be
fuck
pretty
out
easy
of
for
my interior core. She says as she
Probably
opens.
would have been even easier than what you did.
Let's cut over here to Moonboy. And
Yeah, meanwhile, Moonboy is just still in a tree with his head in a hat.
Just sobbing into a hat.
Aaron, do you have any questions?
Shouting.
You got
What's
what
that?
you need? You got what you need for Wheeler Woe?
I think so. So what are before we do it, what are the rules for Wheeler Woe?
Talk to
Is
Jordan
it just
about
like
it. Yeah, you're the DM now.
Is it? It's basically. Is this a good thing, a bad thing, or a little of both? And I'll say right now, only wusses pick a little of both. I'll put that out there.
I don't pick it. Yeah.
what?
I'm taking a little of both off of the table. Don't.
Oh,
don't
okay.
pick it. Yeah.
And it has to just be like a one-word answer.
Yes, this path will bring.
It's just good or bad.
I'll give you a sentence as long as you keep it under 20 words.
But it's still
Technically, the spell is Wheeler Woe, but for the flavor of the
Okay.
moon RPing this, you can give him a sentence if you want to. You don't have to. You can also just give him Wheeler Woe. You're the DM, you
Wheeler
decide.
Woe. For the undying flame to remain in the grove would be... No, wait, that's wrong. Never mind. Shut up. You shut up. For the... Shit.
Are you okay, the moon?
I should have asked the rules ahead of time, Moon Boy.
The moon, your eye is bleeding.
Yes. For the... For the undying flame to remain in the grove would have grave consequences.
Right.
Now
Right.
give him the Wheeler Woe.
Whoa.
Cool. All right. That's where we're going to cut a break. We'll see you all in just
Whoa,
5
Moonboy.
minutes. We're going to drink, pee, and we'll see you.
Rivers.
Sit in a tree.
Drink, pee,
Flow
and sit in a
yellow
tree,
with
baby.
in a tree.
S.
See you in just 5 minutes.
P-I-S-S-I-N-G.
You know, how about, here's an idea. How about a voice actor instead of...
Oh, yeah, voice actor.
No more voice actors, but now it's just Chris Pratt.
Just
Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is everything. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
A true story is that Bill Murray agreed to do the Garfield movie because he saw that the Coen brothers were directing it, but it was the wrong Coen brothers.
Incredible.
He didn't want to look that far into it.
I have a weird association with Garfield.
Yeah?
What is it?
Oh,
You guys went to school together?
No. So this is weird, but I guess let's talk about it.
I can only get hard when I'm reading Garfield.
My parents left me in the lobby of the Washington, D.C. Holocaust Museum for like 6 hours while they went through there when I was really, really young. And all I had was a fucking Garfield.
Oh.
I read that Garfield. First we went through like the family friendly part of the Holocaust Museum. There was at that time. I was quite young. I later went to the actual Holocaust Museum. But so I went through that, which was I'd already been exposed to so much Holocaust stuff as a young Jew in school. You see all the pictures and stuff.
That day.
So I was just in there, and it's just this weird, like, wrought iron concentration camp, fucking like train cosplay.
Don't look up. Read your Garfield.
And I just sat in there and read Garfield for
boy. At least it wasn't Doonesbury, huh?
Do you still do that when you're faced with horrible things in the world? You still go back and read the Garfield book?
Yeah, Urist pulls out a very well-worn Garfield from his back pocket.
Have
you seen the Garfield without Garfield comics?
Yes,
That's
I
really
love
good.
Garfield minus Garfield. It's so funny.
Talk about a tree telling
in the
you your
concentration
life is meaningless.
camps.
Are we in right now? We
Yes,
are. Huh?
we've been.
God damn it.
Welcome
they
to
had-
Chatting Garfield.
All they had in the actual war was Foxtrot, and it was much worse.
To be fair, I said it this time. Okay, so we're back. Welcome back to Better Than Heroes. We are lost without Rachel. We're just truly at sea.
We had a minor beer spill, but we're fine.
I
We're fine.
spilled some liquid. So
We were all responsible for that beer spill.
you see Flute emerge from a wooden tunnel.
Right as I'm like, we have to cut down the tree.
Give us the like time. Like what's
There's only one thing for it. We have to cut down the tree. He must be inside.
The door opens and I walk out. I'm like,
Rose petals would actually be nice next time. Think about it.
And
there
Moongirl's
he
like,
is.
this is what she
Never
does.
mind.
This is what Helix does. That she just isolates you. She wants to talk to you in a corner and get your own version of the story. This is what she does. And she's like trying to talk.
What's going on?
Kai down.
It was a bit abrupt.
Oh, well, if she wants to talk, we can. But maybe don't just envelop me. Hello?
I think
you see a bunch of
Moonboy-
these tree sprites just like walk out. They're like, they're just kind of saying like, she doesn't. You did not accept her invitation, and so sorry. They say as they like cater, like they like just like watch the hole in the wood close. That wood just came out. That
that's
flute just came out of
unfortunate. I
close.
wasn't aware that it was an invitation, but
She can be a bit petty.
forceful. Yes.
I
Never
think
mind.
Moonboy hears everybody talking and kind of crawls out of this hole in the tree. He's like wiping a tear from his eye.
Moonboy,
Are we all up?
are you all right?
Yes.
You have
yes,
more pickle juice on your face than usual from your night pickle.
Oh, everything's fine. No gods, no masters, etc. What's the plan?
Moongirl's like, I can tell you for sure that we can leave whenever we want.
Okay,
Because
well, where's Australian?
probably buried
Yes,
deep
where's
underground.
Australian?
That's my guess.
Well, I have it
tree.
on
The tree
good
took him
authority
somewhere.
that we can't leave him here.
Like, What do you mean?
Like, we
Oh,
should
good.
not leave him here in this wonderful autumn place. It will bring great woe.
Yeah, I look around at the steaming cups of cider on all the tables, and I'm like, that would be unfortunate. I really, really like all of their plates.
Right, he would burn all of this shit down.
Yeah,
Alone, do you
all
know
of their crockery.
a way to get to the Summer Palace?
Summer Court? Do you mean the Summer Court?
Right. Sorry, I was thinking of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Right.
There's a palace in that game, and that's what I was thinking of. But yes,
Yes, the
Summer
children's
Court.
game. Laloon's eyes get wide, and Olafenticulus steps in. It's like, we know the way to the Summer Court, but there's a place of conflict and fighting. Are you sure you
The
want
summer
to
court. To what end? Don't we have things to do?
I mean, it sounds beachy and fun, right? I think we
Yes,
could all,
but
we've all
It does sound
deserved a
nice,
little
but
we just
Don't we
need,
need to be-
side R&R.
getting in touch with... Aren't we at
Right.
war right now?
We
Oh,
just
that's
need to
right,
stop
shit.
by and chat with them briefly on the way. I don't think it will take very long.
On the way to... Where?
To the cove of the bones. We have to bring
Australian.
Australian, right?
So,
So we
So
stop
where
at
is
the
he?
Summer Court. Well, we'll ask Helix to bring him back. Can you take
How
us?
do we do that?
Can you
All
take
right.
us there, Laloon?
I'm not aware of anything that's happened with anyone that would prevent us from doing so.
Loon says, no, I am not able to get Australian back, so we can't take him there. I can take you to the Summer Court, but why would you want to go without Australian? So we might as well go.
We're going. Australian's coming with us to the Summer Court. It's on the way.
Okay, well then where is he? Says Loon kind of like shittily.
I'll ask Helix to bring him back. But
Okay,
you can-
cool. Well,
you
I'll
can
tell you
take us
what.
all there.
If you get Australian back, then I'll take you to the Summer Court. How about that?
Right.
She says,
I'll go
looking
back
around
over
her
the
leaves.
tree. I'll go back over to the tree that I was just walked out of and put my hand on it and be like,
Yeah.
Helix, are you able to bring Australian back to us?
And Moonboy looks at K.A.I and goes, who the fuck is Felix?
Who is Felix? What is happening?
I said
Well, Felix is an NPC in this game that you all do know as the
Oh, right,
green-haired
Felix.
Oh,
widower.
right, that green
Is he
guy?
here? Are you guys getting married? I knew it. Sorry, it was one night. Don't get any ideas? No flower arrangements. Let me
Yeah,
show
I'm
you
just
my
kind of
color boards.
whispering-
That's all I'm saying.
whispering to this tree to bring Australian back.
Roll a persuasion check.
And I'm gonna add to it.
I thought a lot about what you said, Helix, and I just need Australian back.
An 11.
Roll again
got-
because
Guidance.
okay.
I give you guidance.
What is that? A D6 or a D4?
D4.
Actually, you know what?
That should fix it.
The DC. I mean, you should have succeeded here because when I roll a contested skill challenge, the NPC rolls and you roll, and they set the DC. So you've hit the DC. But just for the flavor of the moment, let's have Moonboy. Let's pretend that you're going to fail, and then as you're kind of talking to this tree and you get no response, and then I want the flavor
Also,
of the guidance.
talking to trees is not Flute's bag. He has a lot of social magic and a bit of gift of gab, but talking to a tree is pretty awkward, and he's just kind of standing there mumbling to this tree. So with the guidance that
Boy, he's really showing his ass over there.
Wait, Moonboy, give him a little more. Like, how do you help?
I go, I'll help. And a moonbeam shoots down.
No, seriously, what do you?
Cool.
And a moonbeam shoots out of my ass. No, he sort of, as he lays his hand on this tree, the Moonboy, like, he's just like, he looks so awkward, and he kind of does a little swirl, and Flute's whole person sort of glows a little bit, a little more regal, a silvery glow, looks a little bit more at home in this place, a little more magical, a little more elfin.
Yeah,
A little more ambassador to the trees.
Yes.
Lit by this moonlight, like you all can see it for a second too. Like you all see, like, with the billowing cloak behind him and the sword at his hilt, this Flute all of a sudden just like looks like the regal sword wielding bard that he is, as he's kind of like speaking this to the tree, and you hear what can only be described as a sigh from the tree branches as the wind picks up and they creak, and you see this charred knot hole open as the tree seems to just be like coughing up this burning creature who, as he pulls himself out, is like lighting the tree aflame.
All right, enough. Right, we got you out.
Out of here.
Right, we got you out.
Don't you put me back in. He says, like, jumping out as he pulls himself out and is like standing between
We're
you all.
leaving.
I'm gonna turn to Laloon and give her one of these.
Right, Laloon?
She's confused about that, like, gives you a rude hand gesture back, but like, it's like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah. And he looks like so like scattered, and Laloon just like is shaking her head and looking pissed. And Olafenticulus is like laughing, like chuckling in his chair, and he goes like, "Oh, we're screwed now." And he says as he's like working on some like mechanical pieces in his hand.
Screwed why? If there's something happening here, you guys should tell us.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just gonna
It's not
say.
a great time for.
We're all friends. Don't be
Whatever
coy.
this is.
Don't be wry. If we shouldn't go to the summer court, say why. Also, Australian, what happened in there? Are you persona non grata here? I'm so lost.
He says,
I'm so alone.
He says, I
the
fucking
moon.
hate being buried in an autumn tree. I can't burn anything. It's
But why did they do that?
so wet.
Do they not like you
It's
here?
just how Helix had just contained him. It's fine. Now, here he is. We can go to the summer court.
Muddy
Stop,
earth. And he's like,
stop over.
he's pouting, and Olafenticulus goes, well, if you don't want us to be coy, I will tell you that taking him, he is very powerful, and taking him back to the summer court will result in him, maybe being revered highly and free to do whatever he wants, which is not, uncommon.
Revered?
It's just a wiggle and a waggle of the Feywild. It is just, the ebb and flow of,
Wiggle and a
growth
waggle.
and
That
destruction.
doesn't sound
so-
bad.
That sounds pretty cool. He can maybe
That
get
sounds fine. A wiggle
some
and a
sweet
waggle.
flamethrowers and some. I could be like Flame Boy and get like flame suit or something.
Moon Girl says, yeah, or he could also like lead an army, and we'd have to put it down like we did that one time. And Olafenticulus is like, yes, that would be possible. Maybe he's just fights with his own interior groups instead of, and then they kind of are like, they seem to be talking to each other about like, but he also could be, and then so they're just like discussing things back and forth.
Well, let's ask him.
Why would we
Australian,
bring him? Go ahead.
Can you come over here real quick?
I'm helping him clean him up. I'm trying to like
Misty
make him look
steps
really
over to you.
presentable.
Yeah.
You've got a slug in your ear.
Deeply uncomfortable.
Right. Now listen, if we were to take you back to the summer court, it's starting to sound more and more like that's sort of where you're from. You're like a bit of a celebrity around there, right?
I think I could do well there again. Yes, I've done well there before.
Okay. Now, what do you mean by that?
Yikes.
What does that mean?
Let's hear
That
more
I
about
caused
that.
a great burning inside of the Feywild for a while, which is an important
Okay.
ebb and flow
were they-
of the time.
Were they into it? Is that the kind of shit they love there?
No, no one wants to be burned.
No
And
one
what
wants
did you
to be
burn?
burned.
Like, mostly like, was it like wildfires where you burned great swaths of forest that they
Yes.
could regrow more
Yes.
mightily?
Okay. Now, would you
Yes.
say that the inhabitants of the summer court would be happy to see you?
Yes.
Yes.
Why would we go there? Why do we go there? I thought we...
So I can
Never
take up
mind.
my crown and reign.
You've got a crown there, so you're like the
Good.
king of that place.
No, I could just have a crown once I've reigned there.
Ah, I see.
then you'll have seen fire and rain.
Nice one, Kai.
Right,
We high
Kai.
five.
Maybe some more crumpets over here.
I'm coming.
Wow, Flute talking shit. You love to see it.
Fall down.
Now, would you like to go there? Would you like to go there and back to what I presume is your old life?
Yes, very
Would you
much
like to
so.
come
I
with
can
us?
expand the borders of...
Would you like to come with us and see somewhere new? Somewhere new that
No,
you
I would
could
like
burn?
to stick to the burning rivers and burning lakes that I'm used to. I would like to
That you're used
expand
to.
my
Well-
domain and repurpose a lot of the growth that has happened here that I feel is overgrown.
I see. All right. Well,
Right.
Um,
I seem to have dropped something when I was in Helix. I'll be right back. I'm going to pop over to a tree and knock on it. And Helix, might I hop back down? I seem to have left my coin pouch down there.
Roll a deception check.
Coin pouch.
Coin pouch, you've heard of it.
Kai and Moonboy both roll insight checks.
That is a dirty 20.
Cool. Australian is absolutely like, yes, stupid mortals and their attachment to things. What did you all get, Kai
also
and Moonboy?
20. Dirty 20.
11.
Moonboy, you realize that like Flute's onto like is like double talking in a way. It's like he's pulling off a sly move. And Kai, you absolutely believe that he
Don't forget to tip.
had an intimate moment with this tree and like
my God.
is like left something inside of it.
A tree. It's a hookah tree.
Oh, you think he left his wallet in El Segundo?
Indeed.
You
Flute,
can come with me, Moonboy. Maybe help me
Ew.
find it.
Boy,
Wait,
no,
do I
don't
do I
it.
know that? Do I know
No,
that Moonboy
no.
has
Spotted it? Okay, then never mind. Yeah.
Gross.
Does the tree
You think never mind, you don't want me to go with?
suck me in? Well, I don't know that you know that I'm lying.
it opens
so.
Okay.
it opens a door. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, he Moonboy's gonna let this go down. He trusts that Flute is the master of deception. And more so the Windrider.
Cool. Then I will slide into the tree and let it close up behind me.
Really sounds like you're having sex with this tree.
Really having sex with it.
These are the things that as it was described to me.
Okay, all right. I turn the lights down low.
I slide back down that wooden throat as it was previously described,
That
which
was
made
not
it
me.
instantly weird.
I start playing an ancient song by Eagle Eye Cherry. From the tome of Fuck Jams.
You up, Helix? I say.
Oh, the fuck jams.
No, fine. I walk into the tree and
Drop my pants.
climb down.
Do you walk erect?
I say
Okay.
12 I say 12 Hail Marys. And
I'll. Does the face come back?
yes, absolutely. It's still hanging there from its mucus
I
coil.
kiss it.
It's just a
I
butt.
try to
This
put my
time.
fingers in its mouth.
We're going off the rails. We're going off the rails.
Just a
Wooden
butt.
seed with bugs floating in its, or like not floating,
you.
crawling in its eyes. It's
Ooh la
and
la.
as you walk down, the mucus strand drops this wooden head down into the pit that you are walking into.
Cool. Sorry to bother you again, Helix. Is anyone listening? Is it just the two of us?
This is an isolated container that only people who I want to listen can listen.
Right, so that would just be the two of us?
Yes, the rider is not present.
Right. Well, after what I just overheard, I'm not sure might be the best idea to turn Australian over to the summer court either. It seems he's got some designs on war. Is that what he's best known for here?
I would say destruction, but yes, potato.
Right. Is there any upside to that? Is this a place that needs that?
If a fire needs to burn, sometimes it's best it burns in a pit. And I would say this is a pit where a fire could burn, so I wouldn't say it would...
So is hell, right?
I would say not when ice that needs to... I'm no poet, I'm not a bard like you. I would say that the Feywild is ever tumultuous, and so is hell, but hell runs on a strict balance. And if there's anything the Feywild can handle, it's imbalance. And if there's anything the hell can't stomach,
Well,
it's a disregard of
he's
the
talking
balance.
about expanding his borders, and I don't know. Doesn't sound great. Are you able to keep him in your prison indefinitely?
Yes.
Maybe that's the best course of action then, until the world makes a little more sense.
If you can get him to... I was kind of giving a leg up on him because he was unsurprised. I mean, he was surprised by my presence, but he will not be now. So if you can... I have a strong power inside of my own domain, so if you can get him to walk inside of here, I have no worry about containing him, but if I must force him back into the prison which I just freed him from per your request...
Right. And you take good care of him, right? He's got plenty to eat and drink.
I would not kill him,
Yeah.
that is correct.
Maybe a Garfield book to read or two.
Yes, I will give him a manual on the field of Gars, that is correct.
Glad we talked about that.
I don't know if we talked about that on the stream or not.
We did, we did.
And all he's got to do is walk in here?
All you have to do is get him to walk in here, correct?
All right. I guess I'll do my best. Just leave the door open.
Aaron, you need to come back to stand up to tell that story on stage. That's fucking bananas, dude.
Pretty
You're
wild
lucky that I
stuff.
turned on the
Them
stream.
coming
That was-
back, just eyes full of tears. How was Garfield, son?
It's good.
Garfield seems strange in a place like this.
Yes.
He hates Mondays, huh?
Yeah.
Mom, Dad.
There are those who would long for Monday.
What day did that
Anyway.
awful thing happen? Was it Monday?
Oh, boy.
Well, we killed Harlan.
I think back topside, Moonboy is talking to Oxtrillion, and he's like, "Now, Oxtrillion, if we were to take you back, could we count on you not to launch any wars or do anything that was untoward? That'd be like the first thing you would do.
I wouldn't. I mean, I would like eat a lot, and then
I want to hit the war button. Ah.
yeah. I mean,
You would eat?
Right.
yes, but
I love to cook.
You can't. You know, you don't need to eat here. So I would just kind of like, shove things in my mouth and feel taste and.
Right, you would eat the trees and the animals and the fields and
Get all
devour them with
revved
your...
up and then just try and make everything summer.
Now,
I've
would
been
you
there.
say that were we to retain...
Get revved
there,
up
buddy,
and make
hey?
everything summer.
Come on, baby.
You can try to make it summer forever, Oxtrillion, but eventually winter's gonna come, and you're gonna have to pay that bill, my man.
Hey, baby, what do you say we get all revved up and make everything summer?
I gotta go. Sorry. Bye.
Look, if we were to return you to your court, though, could we count on you to aid us in our time of need?
I can tell you that I will, if you leave me here back where I belong, I will become powerful, and I will not forget who brought me home from the prison of the Meridian Tract.
Right. You'd be sort of in our debt, right? And it's good to have... he looks at the others, he's like, it's good to have powerful people in your pocket,
I would say I would know that you scratched my fiery back.
Would you help us do one other thing first?
I mean, depends on what it is.
Massage
dangerous.
circle? Massage circle?
Massage circle. I need hot hands.
It's dangerous. What is it?
Is Flute around?
No, he went into that tree. He slipped sultrily into that tree while playing a song by Eagle Eye Cherry.
He's going back for another round?
We would need to. Knowing Flute, it'll be square.
What?
What does that even mean?
It doesn't sound comfortable, that's for sure. It sounds like there are corners.
Indeed. Just, a little trip down to the... down to the old 9 hex.
Sorry, I have so much beer in my nose. Holy shit.
Boy,
Are you
Urist-
saying-
It's not how
Urist,
you
your
do
enemy?
it.
Maybe that's the end of beer tonight. They spilled it on
Moonboy's,
the desk.
Moonboy's going to lean over to K.A.I and be like, are you saying we let him in on Flute's whole thing?
I don't know, maybe. Did he not know?
I mean, it seems like he could... I think we can work this thing. I think we can work this angle to where we can...
I don't know how much... I don't even know all of the details of what we need to do, Oxtrillion, but... everybody wants a piece of you. I can tell you that much. And as far as I can tell... me and Moonboy are the closest thing you've got to friends.
It's true,
Outside the summer court.
bro.
Aha!
Sure. I don't. I've been trapped away for a long time, so I don't really need friends. I just need agency to be able to burn what I want. But I will say you have not
Hurts.
gotten in the way of anything that I've wanted to do.
That hurts, but I hear you and I respect you.
I will say, Oxtrillion, we can't do another side quest right now. So
It's
if we
true.
get you to the summer court and they're like all trapped in like fire crystals or whatever,
Can't do it.
that's on you. We've got other shit got other soup to stir.
If we get there,
Gotta keep clipping along, you know?
He looks
We
at you,
get to
Moonboy, and
the-
is like, can I speak to you outside of this tree?
Yes, all right.
And he walks Moonboy alone for a second, like toward the
Wait,
edge of this
what do you
grove.
mean?
It's all right. It's all right. We'll be right over here. Guy, if I say terrapin, come get me.
All right, I'll just be standing here, and
I will walk
they
with
walk.
him.
Bessna follows at a distance.
He's not worried. He's not. He doesn't seem worried about like you all listening. He seems about being worried about being far away from the tree. And he looks at you and whispers as quietly as he can. He says, "Just get me outside of this grove, and I'll do the rest. I'll be free. You don't need
Okay, does it...
me to go anywhere. You just need to get me outside of here and leave me on this plane."
How laden with sinister intent is the thing he just said to
Roll an
me?
insight check.
I shall do so.
Guidance.
23. Ah, hang on. 27.
It is no more laid in sinister speak than taking him to the summer court. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
like he can get
Right,
himself
right.
there. What is containing
Right.
him right now is he seems to be inside of this bubble that is the grove that he cannot break out of, and it's like a
Sips in
vampire.
one
He just
hand.
he just needs to be invited
Yeah.
in while he's on this plane.
Okay. Great. Okay, cool, yeah, the Moonboy kind of looks at him and look. He's like, "You're a weird, spicy little Willy Wonka, aren't you?"
I have a willy, and my name is not Wonka, but I am spicy.
Okay, all right.
I'm
put
ready
it
to
away.
come out of the tree.
Okay, come on. Let's noted. Let's walk back. And I walk him back to the group, and I'll be like, let's get him out of this place, huh?
All right.
Hey, look, there's Flute.
Does the...
Oh, he's covered in mucus.
Does Helix... I'm
Flute,
not
how
coming
was
out
the
yet.
sex?
Is Helix opening the tree?
Only if you want to.
I'm not even taking that bait. I'm not even
Oh, I'll take
engaging.
it.
I'm not even engaging.
What are you not engaging in?
Yes,
act?
I'm ready to go. I'm climbing up.
Sexual intercourse?
There's a little knot that you have to press to get out a bunch of times.
Great.
Yeah.
Before I press...
There's actually two of them, and you have to twiddle them.
Nope, just one.
Is it hard to find, or is it pretty easy?
It's honestly
If
pretty
you know what
easy
you're
if you're not-
doing,
Yeah.
you can find the knot. My
You're not a
God!
moron. It's
Pretty easy to find outside of a
easy.
Paul Reiser
Rachel
set in
leaves one
1986.
episode, and this just
Be an
turns into like the
adult.
fourth grade.
I didn't
locker.
start any of this. I'm just participating in it now.
Yeah.
Before I press the knot, I'm going to cast Major Image on the inside of this tree to make it look dried out and desiccated, like all of the moisture has been sucked out of it. And I press the knot, and the tree opens, and I will walk out of the tree, kind of chuckling to myself. And when I see Auxtrillion, I'm going to say, all right, I found my coin purse and did you a bit of a favor. Auxtrillion, I chased Helix out of there. It's all dry and crisp up. If you want to give it a burn down there.
Roll a deception.
And
check.
Moonboy kind of looks at him, and he's like,
It'll just be 1 second. I make some dry, curled up leaves kind of waft out from the inside. It's dry in there. It's crispy.
Roll a deception
If you
check.
like
with,
starting
roll a
fires-
deception check with advantage.
If you like starting fires, you're not gonna
Should try a
find
little
a
foreplay.
better spot. Well, that'll probably do. Dirty 30.
Oh my god, I rolled a 25. I was so ready to
Wow.
fuck you. Holy shit.
It's the only thing I'm good at is lying. And I finally rolled above a 10. Huge night for me here at Dungeons & Dragons.
Wow.
Oof.
You see Auxtrillion goes,
Right, just be quick. Just be quick in there.
the enemy, and you see his like hands flame up, and he is like burning the enemy that has imprisoned me, weakening the walls of a great bastion of the Autumn Court. Wonderful, he says, walking in, and as soon as he breaches the door frame here, as he steps into the tree trunk, the wood just grows quickly together, and he goes, and you just see steam pumping out of it, and some dirt just
Steampunk.
come out of a couple of knot holes of this tree, as it looks like it's almost choking something horrible down. And a lot of leaves, like the tree like shivers and shakes, and a lot of trees fall onto the ground. And you have
What is happening? What's happening right
What are
now?
you doing? I thought we were going to
Right.
take him to the summer court. We just spent this whole time trying to talk him into going to the summer court. It's going to be. What are you doing?
I didn't feel right
But
about
we were
it.
going to
so
take him to the place.
Talk to
and we were going
Helix. I talked to Helix. She'll keep him safe. She's gonna keep him in there. She's gonna keep him safe. We have too much going on. The world is too much of
no,
a.
you're
The
right,
world is
you're
too,
right.
About your
too
thing.
full.
He's right.
That's something that will have to be dealt with at a later time. As my
I thought
eye
we
starts
couldn't.
like
I thought we had
twitching,
to-
like
It's fine. Look. This was his choice, and he made it, and I respect it because he's
He's gonna be kept.
the Wind
He's gonna
fucking
be kept
Rider.
safe. And
I know that
the
now.
world. And maybe after the entire reality isn't in danger, we could come back and resolve this. He's not going anywhere. It's not like
Maybe
he's
we'll
gonna
do it.
die of old age in there.
Maybe we'll do it in a one shot or something.
Andrew,
I
can
will
you
say.
roll?
My eyes are like twitching and like blood's like coming out of my nose.
Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, Andrew?
Didn't we have a hero's feast today?
Yes.
We did.
Oh, yes.
Another PP roll. I got a
Rolled-
7.
You rolled twice, right?
I did. I rolled a 6 and a 3.
Oh, great job.
Let's go.
You take 25 points of psychic damage as you hear the rider scream inside of your skull. And as you all look over at Flute, his skin is just like bubbling and like blood, like he just starts like blood starts just like popping out of
Shit.
wounds. And you hear the rider screaming inside of your head, "You have ruined me."
That was 26, you said?
25.
25.
What's happening? What is that?
Seems bad.
Yeah, like just kind of
I'm gonna
screaming.
cast
I sink
Cure
to my
Wounds.
knees.
So sorry, friend. Guess we're stuck with each other after all.
Was that fucking guy?
Die, you die. And I think with that, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call here. This
So
session is Flute is like boiling in front of you all. I think it's a good place to call tonight's session.
Well, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Rules.
That's pretty good.
That was awesome. Shit. Well, that's our show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully Rachel will be back next time and you won't have to hear me talk not like K.A.I ever again.
We hate it. We hate his
No,
real
everyone
voice.
hates it.
When we all hang out in real life, we make Aaron talk like K.A.I. We make
They make
him
me
spray
talk
paint
like
himself
K.A.I.
gold
Or Werner Herzog or someone delightful.
or whomever.
With the baby.
You know,
There's
like
no
Werner
way to
Herzog.
do a German accent without it
Yes,
becoming
please.
Werner.
It is difficult, very difficult. Thank you to all of our patrons and all of our
Don't
subscribers.
stop.
Thank you to all who tune into our show and to tell their friends and who share our content on the internet. Thank you to Jason Wardell, who live soundtracks our show. Spending time
Plunges
away
his
from his
hands
family.
into a sea of beeps and boops
Yes.
and drags them wriggling into our ears.
There it is. Indeed. Do not watch the show. It is too erotic.
No one should ever watch this
No
show.
one should watch this show.
All right.
I recommend that you destroy it. Good
Good
night.
night. Good night, y'all. See you later.
Good night.
Oh boy.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.